Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, Rainbow Ascension Masters of the Great Awakening Tribe of the Gold Ray. Today we begin to rise out of the void, out of the stillness, into the light of the dawning of the new day of heaven on earth. After entering the null and void zone yesterday on the 9th, we had a big blast on the Schumann charts reported at an amplitude of 58 Hz, but experienced a much higher resonance. We have had 19 hours of blackout on the Schumann charts since. This is synchronic with the alignment to the singularity at the center of all things, where all the laws of physics break down and anything is possible. The 0 point is a center of infinite density, the source of all creation, which just happens to be everywhere. This is the still white magnetic light at the center of all things that cannot be seen nor heard. It is beyond the senses, and is the pure awareness that experiences reality through the 5 senses and the 6th sense. As we shift to the higher frequencies, we are perceiving at a deeper level. The doorways to perception are open, and the veils of division and separation are being lifted. All is being revealed as we break free from all restrictions and false contracts that no longer serve us or Pachamama. All is coming into perfect alignment and resonance for the full manifestation and transformation of the false 3D matrix into the true divine 5D creatrix of the eternal golden age of infinite life. The Christ has returned to every living heart of all sentient beings of the pure light. As we walk in peace upon the sacred earth, we anchor in and spread our joy, compassion, and bliss into the energy of Gaia's electromagnetic toroidal field. In each moment we uplift and ascend this realm and all conscious beings into the new heaven upon the new earth. Spread your angelic, etheric wings and take flight into the freedom of the pure land of the Western Crossing. Aho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul, White Gold Eagle from PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions for you today from many of our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to stick around to the very end. If you could please do us a favor, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below on what you're feeling and experiencing in your visions, and also please share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm to get our transmissions, messages, and gnosis to more of our team of the 144. And if you get a chance, if you haven't yet, please check out our very special broadcast earlier today about the powerful and healing meditation for the uprising and the powerful transformations happening in the portal of Kazakhstan in Central Asia. And now with all these powerful, intense energies flowing in, we had many earth changes and activations all over this realm. We had major flooding in South America today, Brazil, and also in Indonesia, East Java. Our prayers, blessing, and love go to all of our people suffering due to these greater changes. We also had many activations all over this realm with 133 M1.5 or greater earthquakes. The most powerful today, a very powerful activation, the sacred portal Cyprus with a 6.6 activation, 6.6 magnitude earthquake. Earlier today, south of Kermadec Islands, 5.3. Chile, South America, we had a trinity between Chile and Argentina, 4.1 Chile, 4.9, and then a 5.5 Argentina, creating a sacred pyramid. 5th dimensional energy coming in, surrounding the Tropic of Capricorn in the Andes Mountains, Kundalini Pachamama, Quebec, Canada, on the East Coast, 3.2, 17 kilometer depth, Tonopah, Nevada, 3.0, Alaska, United States, Crown of Lemuria, 3.6, Council of 9 coming in, 63 kilometers depth, 9.9 portal, 9th dimensional energy coming in, Indonesia, 4.4, Divine 44, south of Tonga, 5.3, Fiji, 4.8, very deep, 594 kilometer depth, Wells, Nevada, 3.737 into 73, heaven on earth. Lindsborg, Kansas, in the heart of America, of the United States, 3.1, south of Kermadec Island, 4.8. 12, Divine Goddess, Chile, 4.0. Japan, Xingu, 4.1, in the portal of Iran, 4.2, in the sacred Zagros Mountains, Iraq, 4.5, Council of Nine Energy, Japan, 4.3, Tonga, 5.0, south of Fiji, 5.7, Fiji, 4.9, Dominican Republic, 3.7, another 37 activation, then Sandpoint, Alaska, in the Crown, 37, bringing heaven to earth into the 73, northern mid-Atlantic ridge, 5.8, Indonesia, 5.2, Macedonia, 4.4, then the most powerful in Cyprus, eastern Mediterranean Sea, at 107 UTC, 1771, the Q, the Quelle, source, with the 6.6 activation, 66, Christ consciousness, Puerto Rico, 3.4, Naru chakra, Pachamama, South Sandwich Islands, 4.6, Kamchatka, Russia, 4.5, Loving, New Mexico, we had 2 activations, 3.5 and 3.8, and then again in the Crown, Lemuria, Kodiak, Alaska, 4.6. The whole grid again today, totally activated, the ring of fire, totally lit up, rising with this great ascension process into the spatial timelessness of the eternal light. And now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 7 degrees, 26 minutes Taurus. The sun is at 20 degrees, 58 minutes Capricorn. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 21 degrees Capricorn, a relay race. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 8 degrees Taurus, a sleigh without snow. From astrologyweekly.com. And now my sacred Condor pulls another card for you today from the Oracle deck, Moonology, from Yasmin Boland. And the card she pulled for you today, New Moon in Gemini. Communication is key. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing, communication. And the New Moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or a neighbor, there's a new start coming. A time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Attune to the moon. Write a list of all the people you love most and see if you're prioritizing them. Additional meanings for this card. Time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you. Read more books. The teaching. Gemini is the sign of communication and socializing, of ideas and travel, and the energy around it and around this card, no matter when you pull it, is speedy, gossipy, and flirtatious. The new moon in Gemini is a wonderful time to get out and socialize. Gemini loves a chat. One thing to be aware of is that this card can also indicate being mentally scattered. Daily meditations will help to unscramble crossed wires in your brain. Now from Divine Brothor of the Light, Sean Caulfield. Amongst the blue corn, the sunflower paired today, 9 deer, is time moved into the 111th day of the 9th wave. New downloads of cosmic light advance consciousness to transcend duality and grow the world tree to be. Energetically speaking, it's 18 days of the sun rising and setting on the 27th of January 2022. Having a bearing on the thing is the fact that time moves into the last 18 days of the 234-day cycle. The 13th 18 days creates an ascending vibration and starts today. From ArcGallery.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Ramona Lappin. Our time has come to move mountains. Now we tell the mountains where to move. We are that powerful. We are those mountains. We are all of creation, the great I am. No thing is outside of you. The question is, do you believe this? Do you remember your mission? Are you fully reclaiming your gifts, abilities, and power to get this job done? Do you truly believe in yourself, that this is how powerful you are? We came to make ascension and disclosure happen, all from the inside out, to return freedom, abundance, truth, and the right to ascension to humanity. Now let's finish what we came here for. It's our time to fly. It's time to collapse the remaining veils and illusions once and for all to see again. The great purification, ascension, and awakening, and all new realities rebirth from within us now in no time. So it is done. Eternal love and blessings, Ramona. 144, flowing in. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Ra James. We just had a solar explosion go off. It has hurled a CME toward us. We have an unstable sunspot that will be turning to face Earth later this week. Venus happened to be passing the Sun at the same time the latest blast went off. That means we are feeling these energies extra. That also means more are coming. We are also feeling the energies of the 111 portal. This portal is shining a light on our love life and finances. We are very much feeling the influence of that Venus blast right now. We are in such a heightened space energetically. We are instant manifesting right now like never before. Anything you're thinking of will materialize. The energies of the 111 portal are helping us to anchor into 2022. This is the space where you get excited about your year ahead. You have so much space and potential to create something new. This week we have also a very powerful alignment happening with our Milky Way. January 13th through the 16th, the moon will cross the winter hexagon in the Milky Way. The winter circle is made up of 6 stars, each of its own constellation. We have Sirius, Rigel, Aldebaran, Capella, Castor, and Pollux, and Procyon shining down on us. That means we're going to continue to be having extra galactic energies pouring in this week as the constellations of Canis Major, Orion, Taurus, Auriga, Gemini, and Canis Minor align. The Milky Way also cuts through the winter hexagon as well. This makes this week an amazing time to check out the stars. You may be able to see our whole Milky Way galaxy. January 17th, we have a Cancer full moon. This is the wolf moon. This full moon will help take our intuition to new heights. It's a great time to be tapping into your inner guidance right now. It's also a great time to be brave and to forge a new path. Many of you are indigo souls. You came here to break the karmic chains for humanity. You are wayshowers for humanity. If you're feeling guided to make a new path or a new way, forge or follow it. The full moon is bringing extra light so it will make your path more clear. From sparksofdivinelighthealing.com. 1313, coming in, double Divine Goddess energy. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Raylene Brady. Earth star Terra has been in an etheric quarantine for many millennia. Not all of the locks placed over the gates of our planet have been malevolent, but on the contrary, for the salvation of the Gaians' precious immunity in being able to experience a reprieve while the dismembered parts of self come back online via imprints made available through specific sacred sites on the land and within the ocean. This remembering still remains for most a mixed bag, as frozen emotions begin to thaw within the layers of non-cognitive repression and compression time. Let me explain further. As the star mirror apertures over sacred sites receded for safekeeping after the last great fall in consciousness, so too the stargates within us were shut down. Each are intrinsically linked. This together with a much deeper catastrophobia severing, causing much deep trauma in the pain body. And over lifetimes this residual buildup created a repeat feedback loop of disassociation and grave disconnect for some, never fully feeling like they belong here, there, or anywhere. As old foundations open up deep chasms, we may momentarily experience ourselves free-falling into an unknown abyss, only to realize we are raised to newfound heights. As the purpose of the keepers of the hidden galactic histories remember, the true staffs and rods of the internal access points and overlighting arcs are restored within the earth and within us. Therefore, this current reconnection is a very delicate operation, one that cannot be brought up for release and reinstatement all at once. Hence the incrementation of vibrational reference points filtering through as stellar information interfaces with our cellular memories. We too have for most been placed in probation phase as a collective since 2012. Having said that, perhaps for some this galactic citizenship commenced long before. As a result, our etheric templates have learned much about parasitic paradigms and our reactions and responses to them. Our reactions are our contributions. The quarantine. Firstly, to see if we would continue or refrain from reacting to our self-generating and self-prophesizing parasitic notions of illusory play, manifesting as the seemingly atrocious triggers occurring outside of ourselves, either with fear and hatred, or to seize a golden opportunity to heal our misplaced inner wounds. It is as if our fields and forms are upgrading through an etheric hospital of frequency, geometry, and sonic impulsing. I see a lot of medbeds healing the perpetuating fear factor and trapped emotional and physical trauma for many of the sleeper cells still locked in a dream spell state. As a result, many are shedding and now releasing that which does not serve the whole and are heeding the call and responding to the Earth Star's invitation to join her as she returns to her stellar brethren as the belle of the ball. I am delighted to say that as each and every one of us polish the shadow mirror and see the brutal truth of our malignant mindsets and misplaced truths, the consequences of us truly healing the wounds of separation, recognizing the gifts and all the difficulties endured, and with clear gnosis and realize that we are never ever really forsaken, we are able to stabilize our frequency in remaining with responsive mode with the Earth Mother's desires of us. To the degree that we can claim our all is to the degree that the originator gates open up an aperture and capacity in direct response to our collective call. It is also to the exact degree that we can remain equiposed, bearing witness to the unfoldment, is the degree that our galactic brethren and our starry ourselves may respond to the calling of our galactic Gaian selves here on terra firma. In this way the dream spell is broken. Since the recent solstice galactivation and in the days following, acceleration of warp speed proportions is occurring en masse. A great deal of the AI timelines are continuously dismantling, and many of the dimensional layers of our Earth. The high councils have intervened. Their verdict passed, many are leaving our quadrant of the galaxy. Time is up for all things artificial. As a result, many of the hijacking mind holograms are surfacing for release in us. Resistance is futile. It's an individual free will choice as to how long you want to hold on to what's not. Diligence is now required in remaining the observer as the last remnants and bastions of the dark forces paradigms goes through the motions of winding down. The speeding up in frequency is as the changing of the guards occurs within ancient sites, portals, and frequency band adjustments of our personal and planetary fields and dimensional forms. We cannot work with what lies beyond until we individually acknowledge our roles and dynamics in this epic theater of dark and light, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. We've all wittingly and unwittingly played our parts well in holding this hologram firmly in place, so no one is immune to what comes next with the purging of the parasitic mind hive. Be grateful for all it has taken to bring you to this point of the journey, as the stars again settle in your bones and blood. Our transfiguration and transfigurement is generated from our organic source code. All hybrid hijacking is being released from our plasmasphere. The photonic liquid light envelopes within our cells are switched on, and as transponders, we both are receiving and sending out informational waves once more. The spin path of our golden plasmic blood has reached quantum capacity, hence the probationary phase being lifted in the now. Sovereignty is nothing to fight for or scream that is returned from outside of self. It is everything I have spoken of here and so much more. The quantum bridges are connecting once more. We are finally arriving here on the earth in all our stellar seated glory. The Venus Vega Stargate Creator Race access codes have graced us with much beauty and love. This is infusing our planetary fields in preparation for 2022 equals 6 as the heart opener. The bridging and traversing of stellar consciousness is fluidly connecting in no time. Remain in your hearts as all is revealed. Please allow your mind and awareness to drop into your heart center, the sacred Queen's chamber. Na ku ja bien ko, ba un tu para tu, ma ra ki un tu ko, ke sa ni ba un tu. The star sentinels are enlivening the gates. The star seeds are germinating in potency. Behold the sun stars emanating within and without, as the originator races resume their rightful roles. Welcome home, Raylene Brady. And from divine Brothor of the light, Pars Kute, we are now creating our own higher forms of reality. Therefore I am and we are resonating with only those higher frequencies of the new earth in this now moment. The cosmic energies are pouring in now to help to firm up the new earth timeline. We have been feeling intense energies in our heads and high-pitched noises in the ears, all indicative of incoming high-level diamond light codes. We are advised to rest, hydrate, to stay centered in our hearts, and to stay grounded at all times. As we grasp our power, we are already there, within divine love of one, Pars Kute. And from divine Sistar of the light, Karen Lithica, pyramid light frequencies, the Arcturians. As we awaken to the higher light codes, our role is to integrate these light transmissions, see the opportunity to reach a greater connection to your light family, feel the ancient technologies of past and present, to understand your role in paving the way for humanity. Know every object is emitting light codes associated with this now moment of light evolution. It is simply the art of tuning into these light frequencies to assimilate your own light code advancement. The pyramid light frequency is an example I am shown, for the lightworker's task is to simply expand and find the finite light connection of the pyramid light frequency. To realize our light expansion is reaching new levels of light development. To feel this light frequency and higher awareness, to vibrationally feel the importance of landmarks, ancient histories, their role in the amplification of the present moment. Know the keys and clues are before you, for your unique journey resides in unlocking your own story of light evolution. It is simply the light task of the light worker to follow the light path. As the light journey continues, sending waves of cosmic love, the Arcturians and Karen from KarenLithica.com. And from divine Sistar of the light, Carolyn 144 God Code. Angelic help is protecting you and what you are creating for yourself. They are ensuring no one can take what is yours. A new mindset through consciousness upgrades is overriding fears that loss may happen again, the way it used to. Now the heart can fully open to receive all your heart's desires, knowing it is safe to do so. The masculine embodiment has cleared the thieves that would hijack the emotional body. Today is graduation day, as you've conquered the core wound entity that was keeping you emotionally suppressed. This level of detachment from heartbreak wounds has freed the heart space to become whole with the feminine. It is easier to trust yourself now that you are healed, and can protect yourself and your heart. Expansion of infinite love, joy, and oneness with the universe has commenced. Masculine power, courage, and wisdom is able to expand to new levels now. Passion and drive are awakening. You are ready to make changes in your life to continue removing yourself from anything and anyone that isn't in alignment with the new you. You are fully supported to move away from karmic relationships today and begin emotionally investing and filling up your own cup. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. God bless you, Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. And from divine Brothor of the light, Daniel Giamario, checking in on the Mercury and Venus synods and even Saturn. This week contains many interesting and significant events. I will place attention here on the evening sky and the intriguing happenings in the interior underworld when Venus or Mercury are passing between the Earth and Sun retrograde. The Mercury synod has reached its most mysterious and alchemical phase. The current Libran overtone, which began last October 18th, is now reaching its denouement, as Mercury will turn retrograde on Friday at 10 degrees 10 minutes Aquarius, 1010 portal. Almost immediately, Mercury will disappear into the interior underworld, where the maximum metamorphic energetic transforms the Libran archetypal version of Mercury into Capricorn. I have followed the approach of the ancient Babylonian sky watchers and used the stationary direct appearance of Mercury in the morning sky as the beginning of the next synod. That occurs on February 3rd at 24 degrees 23 minutes Capricorn. Mercury is retrograde from January 14th through February 3rd. More than many Mercury retrograde time frames, this one will be particularly challenging to anyone over-relying on the left brain, logical, and analytical processes. Another interesting feature of this week is how close Mercury is to Saturn in the evening sky. Mercury and Saturn are both descending below the horizon, Saturn into the exterior underworld, behind the Sun, and Mercury between the Earth and Sun. Mercury is likely to disappear into the glare of the Sun as soon as Friday or Saturday, and using a 15-degree orb, Saturn to follow around the 17th and 18th. All week, Mercury and Saturn can be seen close to the western horizon. By Friday, if you're able to still see them, they will be at their closest, with Mercury at 10 degrees 20 minutes Aquarius, and Saturn at 13 degrees 25 minutes Aquarius. But no conjunction will occur until March 1st in the morning sky at 18 degrees 58 minutes Aquarius. Note the importance of this 18th degree of Aquarius as the year unfolds. Saturn each year spends a bit over a month in the exterior underworld and not visible, this year from January 17th through February 21st. The outer planets do not have synodic cycles with the same kind of uniqueness as Mercury, Venus, and Mars. They actually are, unlike these others, almost the same as a solar year. Jupiter, 399 days. Saturn, 378 days. Uranus, 370 days. Neptune, 368 days. And Pluto, 367 days. Meanwhile, Venus has turned retrograde last December 19th, entered the interior underworld around January 2nd to 3rd. For Venus, this is also, like with Mercury, her most mysterious alchemical phase, as an entire archetypal shift is transforming the Gemini overtone to Capricorn, the very same archetype as for Mercury. The heliacal morning star rise of Venus should be accessible for viewing almost everywhere on January 14th through the 15th. This establishes her new transformed overtone as Capricorn for the next 584 days. It should be noted here that this particular Venus synod, 5 of them every 8 years, in the northern hemisphere, offers an unusual chance to see Venus as evening star and then as morning star, considerably longer than the usual 7 to 8 day disappearance in the interior underworld. It is not so often that Venus and Mercury are retrograde at the same time and are both transforming into Capricornian overtones. There will be more to share about this later on. Meanwhile, should you have clear skies and a low horizon, go out these evenings and connect with Mercury and Saturn. From Shamanic Astrology Mystery School. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Adrian Elise. Gaia Daily, January 10th through 14th. Rewind. Mercury is slowing down, preparing to turn retrograde on Friday the 14th. Mercury is in an exact sextile with Chiron today, and he will come back into the sweet sextile with Chiron next week after turning. With both Venus and Mercury retrograde, the next few weeks may be a confusing time of inertia. This sextile with Chiron is giving us the energy to face the inward journey and use it to come back into our power. Mercury retrograde in Aquarius is speaking of what might need to be rearranged in our thinking and perspective in order to move into the Aquarian age. Chiron in Aries says that it is about claiming our life force and vitality. The Aquarian age is about fully living on the way to dying, living that most of us have been participating in. With Venus and Mercury retrograde for the last 2 weeks of January, it's like we are rewinding and resetting time and reality. Wait a minute, let's go back and make sure to get this right. Most of us have felt that the circumstances of our life are not supporting the full expression of our gifts and skills and highest timeline. This time of shifting is trying to bring our life more in alignment with our greater truth. Months of our personal planets in conjunction to Pluto are forcing us to surrender and transform into a whole new way of being. We will be feeling the sun getting closer to Pluto over this week, building the intensity, as we come up on the Cancer full moon on January 17th. The sun and asteroid Juno are together now, before both take their turn coming into conjunction with Pluto. We are breaking down the structures of our life and our commitment to them. We are reevaluating our loyalties in these intense and powerful energies. Black Moon Lilith in Gemini is in square to Neptune and Pallas Athena in Pisces. This mutable square is bringing tension and confusion around our deepest secrets that have not yet been expressed. It is an activation of our deepest calling into spiritual service. Pallas Athena demands justice and brings the energy of strategy. We are wrestling back the positive energies of mystical revelation of the Piscean age, from under the dark night of persecution of this past age. Jupiter is moving into new territory in Pisces, but is still in square to the nodes of the moon. We can use this double retrograde in between time to rewind and adjust our life so that we can move forward in a new way. Pray, meditate, slow down, and find your center, and try as much as possible to live your life from that place. The karmic shift is about to hit the fan. Our personal and collective reality is going through a massive rearranging as we pause, waiting at the gate of a new beginning. From AdrianAlice.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Mercury in Aquarius sextile Chiron in Aries. Venus retrograde in Capricorn, semi-square Jupiter in Pisces. The first of 3 sextiles between Mercury and Chiron open the way for healing dialogue. Maybe we need to talk to the group, discuss the state of the world, use our voice to support others or to build bridges. It's also possible that this is an internal conversation, speaking with aspects of the self that have been suppressed, forgotten, pushed aside, for healing to happen. The inner voice needs to be that of a friend. Be mindful of the words you think. Make them medicinal, a tonic to your spirit. Connect with the sage within. Burn incense to clear the air. A Venus retrograde reaches out to Jupiter. We may feel more conscious of limitations and barriers to the things we love, and yet at the same time there is a tantalizing promise of better times to come. Allow your heart to expand into the places that feel tight and restricted, physically or emotionally. Send love to those who are struggling. Look to where you can make a positive contribution. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And from Calendar Truth, NS 1.34.7.1.132. Welcome to month Moon 7 of Attunement, January 10th through February 6, 2022. How do we attune my and our service to others? Entering the center. The moon of attunement is the central moon, 7th moon of the 13 moon, 13-month, 28-day calendar year, in the Tzolk'in 260-day count, marking human gestation. We are in the central column, the 7th column, called the Mystic column, Keen 120 through 140, having just crossed the very center, the core of the Tzolk'in, Keen 130 and 131, at the completion of the rhythmic moon of equality, month 6. We are today, Keen 132, also completing the 33rd harmonic, Keen 129 through 132, of the 13 moon year, as we begin moon and month 7. With awareness to these various centric synchronizations, you can get a sense for the qualitative attunement before us throughout this entire moon 7. Furthermore, every January 23rd and 24th on the Gregorian calendar mark the exact core of the 13 moon year, days 14 and 15 of this resonant moon of attunement. This point corresponds therefore to the completion of the 26th heptad week and the start of the second half of the year in the polar opposite position from day out of time, July 25th. Harmonization of time-space. In a January 22, 2019 post titled 2,222 Days from 2012-12-21, Galactic DNA Restart, our sister page Harmonic Convergence 2020 through 2028 explored the harmonic convergence of twin systems, those systems being 1, the synchronic order, and 2, the human design system. As we now find ourselves a few years further along, it is important to once again bring attention to key evolutionary thrusts at play, namely the evolution of time through our collective conscious readjustment to nature's timing frequencies, 1328 and 1320, as well as the evolution of space as it concerns the human DNA structure. The law of time is the basis of an entire new science of time that describes the fourth dimension of time as the synchronic order, the order of reality organized by time in time. According to this new science, every year, July 26 marks the start of the Galactic New Year, signaled by the heliacal rising of the star Sirius before the Sun at the sacred geometrical latitude of 19.5 degrees. Since the DNA structure is encoded in every cell of our bodies as the divine blueprint that contains the entire holographic model of the universe, we invite you to explore the numerical relationships in time and space between these two systems at this crucial intersecting node of our evolutionary timeline. From the harmonicfactor.com. And from 13 Moon Peace Time, our galactic signature today is Keen 132, Yellow Lunar Human, Resonant Moon of Attunement, Moon 7 of the 13 Moon Planetary Service Wave Spell, Electric Seed Year. Welcome to the Resonant Monkey Moon of Attunement, the 7th moon of the Planetary Service Wave Spell. On this moon we honor Jose Arguelles Valum Votan, whose 83rd birthday would have been on Resonant 15, 24th of January. In his work based on the law of time, he envisioned the birth of an earth-centered peace movement that had for its goal the regeneration of the biosphere by realigning the humans with natural cycles of the universe. He pointed out that Earth is a focal point for this entire galaxy and universe. Evolution elsewhere is affected by what occurs on our planet. The Sun is key to our evolution. The Sun codes the electromagnetic fields of each of the planets with protons and electrons and electromagnetically coded symbolic structures translated as thought forms. We entered Solar Cycle 25 in 2019. The cycle concludes in 2032. According to the law of time, sunspot cycles are actually the thinking activity of the Sun. Because the Sun is a member of the galaxy, there are star members of the galaxy that are more evolved than our Sun, namely Sirius, Arcturus, Antares, and Pleiades. By focusing on the Sun, we may receive solar transmissions from other stars that are meant to be focalized into meaningful information for the local system, particularly the Earth. Earth has the PSI bank in its electromagnetic field. The PSI bank can be thought of as a planetary storage and retrieval unit. It is the operating system of the noosphere. The information transduced through our Sun from the other star systems becomes encoded into the Psi bank. Those who are attuned to the system can then receive information. This is the purpose of the daily keen of the 13 moon calendar, which is far more than a calendar. It is a master tuning fork and synchronization matrix. In the pulsar geometry, the 7th tone is the second tone of the 2D sensory pulsar 3, 7, 11. Here we are reminded that by quieting the incessant input of our 5 senses, we activate the 6th sense and awaken to the planetary mind. Noah's Letter, number 149, lawoftime.org. Cosmic History quote for Moon 7, Day 1. Mind takes different data in the phenomenal realm through the senses and structures and organizes it into images and language. Key 11.1. The Whole-of-Mind Perceiver is the organizing chip of the noospheric collective whole-mind experience. It is part of an 11th dimensional telepathic cube system released through the Council of Sirius B for the advancement of the spiritual mental evolution. 260 keys to Synchronotron from 13moonpeacetime.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 132, Yellow Lunar Human. Lunar is the name for the number 2, and its keywords are challenge, polarize, and stabilize. The second day of a wave spell is about identifying what obstacles need to be removed in order to make progress. Never easy these days, but we can't avoid our problems indefinitely. Sometimes we need a review of the situation. Today is the yellow human, which represents free will, influence, and wisdom. No doubt the human being has had a huge influence on all life on Earth. The wisdom we've acquired has enabled us to become more than just a monkey. As humans, we have free will to do with this what we choose. Today, use your wisdom to solve your problems. We are in the monkey wave spell, and it's a challenge to be a human. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio. Yellow Lunar Human. 2 Abe, Keen 132. 10th of January 2022. Stabilizing Divine Will. 10-1-2022 equal 1-1-2022 equal 2-2022 equal 8. Day codes 10 Manifesting Authority Power. 1 Leader Original New Beginnings. 8 Infinite Abundant Source Flow. Month year codes 1 New Beginnings Original Leader. 6 Heaven Christ Family Romance Fertility. 7 Magic Mystic Spiritual Solitude Initiation. 2 Partner Twin Cooperation. 20 The Awakening Clear Vision. 22 Architect of Peace Master Builder. Keen 132 equals 6 Heaven Christ Consciousness Harmony Love Romance. Another magically divine day, unlocking our source frequencies flowing through Hunab Ku. 18 months ago, Keen 132 occurred on the 8-8 Lionsgate portal, which gives us access to that portal in the space-time continuum. A higher revolution as we flow with the higher God frequencies. Today we have an 8-day code linking energetically to the 8 source flow. The number 8 represents the infinite flow of energy from source through the in-breath and out-breath of Source Creator. The 8 is opening the gates to divine flow and abundance as we reconnect to this endless infinite energy. This 8-8 Syrian gateway is following the Hunab Ku galactic center alignment, so we have a plethora of high frequencies encoding our cells and our regenesis. Gene Isis as we reactivate our goddess cells. We have the divine presence of Father God, White Wind, as today's gift, and Mother Goddess, Red Moon, as the superpower, bringing forth both masculine and feminine aspects of our source code to unlock these gifts through these gateways, the crowning glory. Day 2 in the Blue Monkey wave spell of magic, joy, bliss, play, merriment, and a return to innocence. How was your day 1? I hope the magic monkey came out to play with you. In this cycle we need to be mindful, to fully focus on bliss and avoid the delusion and trickery. Befriend your monkey playmate with offerings of mango, watermelon, bananas, and eat more yourself to align with his vibration. Invite Joann out to play with you and show your grand magical adventures during this cycle. Plan some playdates in your diary, avoid the dross, and fly high into the sky on your magic carpet. Things always look better from this grand perspective. Divine alchemy and miracles await. Today we are choosing to use our free will to seed our magical creations, seeding divine new realities on the physical plane. It is time to start afresh with a new bliss-filled life. Tone of creation, lunar tone 2 in the physical realm. The lunar tone represents the sacred twins, cooperation, relationship, polarity of male and female, and duality. Its action stabilizes, power challenges, essence stabilizing. Yesterday we magnetized and attracted spiritual energy, and today we anchor that energy in our physical bodies and physical world. The lunar tone may also reveal challenges, duality opposition through friction, and possible conflict in order to recognize and release anything stopping us from seeding a new and higher reality. The essence of this tone is to align with neutrality, the 0 point, access through Hunab Ku and divine will. Do not be drawn into the illusion of duality consciousness. Keep your vibe high through fun and play, which is the key to unity. So precious souls, enjoy the second monkey day of grounding and anchoring the divine magic of our natural world, communing with all her kingdoms, in order to stabilize heaven on earth. The kingdom of God, Goddess, is calling us now. Can you hear it? Today's question is, how can I best apply ancient wisdom in alignment with divine will to see the divine plan on planet Earth? Divine blessings for beautiful alignment with Spirit today. 0 point, equal power. In la ketch a la Keen, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 132, Yellow, Lunar Human. The mantra, the code for today is, I polarize in order to influence. Stabilizing wisdom, I seal the process of free will with the lunar tone of challenge. I am guided by the power of flowering. And on this powerful day of flowering, blossoming, blooming into the light, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations that we're able to continue this work. So thank you all very much that are supporting us in this most important work and mission of Ascension. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Brothor of the Light, Vaughn S, for your pledge and support on Patreon, and welcome to the tribe of the Eagle and the Condor. If you'd like to support us and help us continue bringing these transmissions and teachings to the world, you can make a monthly pledge at our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. I'd like to also thank Divine Brothor of the Light, Jacques, for another donation. Thank you very much. I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Sally Benson, for another donation. Thank you very much. And I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Barbara Schworer, for another donation. Thank you very much, Divine Sister, and thank you all for your continued support. If you'd like to support us with a one-time donation, you can do so to our PayPal account at eaglelovecondor.com. Now I'd like to also take the time to thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork on Etsy. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with powerful prayer from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel. Give me the strength to step out of all the old things, the old programming, the old belief systems, the untruths, fears, and false programming, and to break free of all the shackles and bonds, and all which is still holding me into the old earth. May I be reborn totally new as I lay all which is transient down, all false egos, all the personas, the role-playing. May that which belongs to the old earth fall away where it belongs. May that which belongs in heaven, and is divinely my true soul truth and heritage, be guided to find its way home within me, so that I can now co-create the new golden age with love, purity, and integrity for the greater good of all. May I become the love which fully embraces the Christ consciousness as one with all that is. And so it is. From JudithKusel.com. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. 4848 coming in, 1212 portal of the 33 of Divine Mastery. Today let us connect to our star family, our star nation from Sirius B. These are the Sirians. And connect to them with the joy, the love, and the presence of pure delight. Now if this resonates with you, go there now into your heart center and connect to our Sirian brothors and sisters of the light from Sirius B. And ask them, call them to the ship. Only do this if it brings you joy, peace. If you're feeling any negative thoughts or emotions, continue going deeper and deeper within. Meditate, meditate, meditate to transform, transcend, purge, cleanse, clear all that no longer serves you or humanity. And when the time is right, go in and connect to your star family, star nation. Call to that star nation that resonates with you most, or call to them all. Does not matter. Whatever feels right for you in this now moment. So if it does, connect to our family, our star family at Sirius B. They're connecting with you now on the mothership that rests just outside Earth's orbit, and ask them to bring you, to connect with you, either come pick you up or to carry you to their ship etherically, and ask for your spiritual gifts to be transmitted to you, or whatever you may need in this now moment, being healing, health, wellness, prosperity. And please thank them for their connection, for their benevolence and kindness. And let go into whatever comes up within you and feel into it, and allow yourself, allow your energy to be carried to that connection and to source. And be consistent and persistent with your vision and your practice and your arts, and you will succeed. For love always wins. Victory to the light. We now come into 5050. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step. 555. Keep shining your light brightly into the night, and be sure to make this the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.